Hi, my name is David Emerson. I'm a long-term myeloma survivor, myeloma cancer coach, and director of People Beating Cancer. Welcome to the vlog blog post about a therapy that is central to almost every myeloma patient now and in the future. And that basically is FDA approved or board certified, FDA approved bone strengthening therapies. For a long time, that was a class of drugs called bisphosphonates. Zometa, Iridia, are bisphosphonates, bone strengthening drugs. Recently, the past couple of years, let me make sure I pronounce this correctly, denosumab, another FDA approved bone strengthening therapy. The challenge, and this is changed since when I was first diagnosed in the mid-90s, bisphosphonates were relatively new. The short, long-term, and late-stage side effects were not understood. Linked in the blog post below, there's a specific study that talks about low-intensity fractures. Essentially, you can if you undergo bisphosphonate therapy for a long time, 4 or 5 years, there have been a percentage of people who experience bone fractures just walking along. You wouldn't think that a bone strengthening therapy would cause bone fractures. The point is, virtually all chemotherapy regimens of any kind come with side effects. The challenge is to figure out the risk-reward. Do the benefits outweigh the risks? And how to minimize those risks. So, three main problems that you might have read about. Renal damage. Bisphosphonates can damage your kidneys. If you're a myeloma patient with kidney involvement to begin with, damaging your kidneys further is bad. Osteonecrosis of the jaw, you might have heard about this. In a small percentage of patients, after some time, the risk of ONJ increases. It's possible that your oncologist will say, I won't give you bisphosphonates until you get approval from your dentist. If you're going to have any dental work, do it before you start bisphosphonate therapy. Third, as I mentioned, low energy fractures. Pretty much bottom line, according to research, if you take bisphosphonates shorter for only 6 months, let's say, according to studies, you should derive the majority of the benefit, the bone hardening, without increasing the risk for these side effects too much. Talk to your oncologist. If you have kidney involvement, denosumab has been shown to be less hard on kidneys. It's much more expensive as a therapy. Make sure your health plan, your health insurance, will pay for something as expensive as denosumab. Again, kidney involvement, your oncologist has to be on board. So, to summarize, bisphosphonate, Zometa, Iridia, others, and denosumab all carry long-term side effects, long-term 2, 3, 4. The risks increase the more of this therapy you do. So, the solutions, slower infusion time and less, it's usually a monthly intravenous infusion. So, a shorter time of infusion, shorter overall, 6 months instead of 5 years, that kind of thing. Also, talk to your oncologist. Just because your oncologist prescribes something doesn't mean there aren't potential side effects that come with it. So your job is to try to anticipate the side effects, figure out what's what you can do and what you don't do. If you have any questions, oh, the last thing, non-toxic bone health therapies. Vitamin D, exercise. Exercise is excellent for strengthening your bones. There are a host of therapies that your oncologist might not mention simply because they're not FDA approved therapies. If you have questions about those or anything else, feel free to email me, scroll down the page, write me a comment. I will reply to you ASAP. In the meantime, thank you for your time and be well.